is a serious problem going on with men here in America. Okay? I'm going to talk about America and I'm going to talk about men because I'm a man, all right? Now, there is a bunch of garbage going on with these men here in America. And it's grown-ass men who are lazy, who don't want to do nothing with themselves, who are basically worthless, who live with their mommies and daddies, or their grandmothers and grandfathers, or aunts and uncles. Grown-ass men who are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, living with their mommies and or daddies. Grandparents. Come on, people. What is this? I don't understand. How is it you a grown-ass man, but you got to be taken care of by people older than you, okay? Way older than you. What is that? I don't get it. Now, here is a disclaimer. This doesn't apply to you, okay? If you're a female, because I'm a man, okay? So I'm only going to address men. This doesn't apply to you also if you're disabled, okay? If you have some sort of mental or physical disability, this doesn't apply to you, okay? So don't worry. And if you have to take care of your parents or grandparents or aunts or uncles, okay, and you have to live with them, this does not apply to you. This does not apply to you. So don't worry. I'm not focusing on those who have special situations to deal with. No, I'm talking about grown-ass men, okay, who basically are in basic health, basic mental and physical health, who don't want to do jack except stay at home, okay? They don't want to contribute nothing to the household. And even if they do have a job, they don't contribute much, okay? And they stay at home, they live with their parents or grandparents, they play video games, they watch TV, they're getting high, they're having a good old time, they can invite their friends over, their girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, and they just have a good old time. They're comfortable, okay, because their parents coddled them too much, or the grandparents coddled them too much, or the aunts and uncles coddled them too much. They were overprotected. If something went wrong, the parents were always there. The grandparents were always there. Maybe the aunts and uncles were always there, okay? They got too protected. They got too coddled to the point where they couldn't handle themselves, okay? Because in reality, if you're a man, okay, if you was a real man, you would not be living at home with your parents. You would not. You'd be out working, doing your own thing, doing your hustle, doing something instead of staying home with your parents. Now, you also got those who live on their own, but then they choose to come back home because perhaps they lose their job and they can't pay their rent. They can't pay their bills. So they run back to their mothers and fathers. That's bad. That's bad. Because you're not learning to be a man. You're not learning to just stand on your own feet and deal with the rigors of the world. Okay? Something goes wrong. You act like a bitch and run back to your mommies and daddies. Okay? And then when you're back home with your mommy and daddy, you're not really trying to look for a job. You're being picky. See, here's the thing. People that live with their mommies and daddies, their grandmas and grandpas, their aunts and uncles, they get to be very picky about the jobs they want to look for. Okay? And they're so picky that they might look for a job maybe like once a month. They're not really going out there looking for work, okay? Because they're comfortable. They have 3-4 meals a day plus access to the refrigerator because they're the child. Even though they're not a child, they're the child, okay? So they have a place to stay, they have food, they have a room, they got the video games, they got the TV, they got the computer, the laptop, the tablet, the cell phone. Everything is taken care of for them. And even those men, these grown-ass men who have a job, they don't really contribute that much to the household anyway. They don't. Because they might work at some BS job, and then the money they make goes to the cell phone bill. Oh yeah, they gotta pay the cell phone bill, and then they might maybe contribute to a bill here and there in the house. And then the rest of the money they got, instead of saving it to get the hell out the house, they're going out to the club. They're going out with their friends, eating at BSing, bullshitting ass restaurants. Okay? Overspending their money. They're going to the strip club. They're going to the bars. They're going on dates. They're having a good old time. They're making good memories, but yet they're being a burden to their parents. They're being a burden to their grandparents. They're being a burden to their aunts and uncles. They're dead weight. Grown-ass men like me are dead weight that live at home with their mommies and daddies, with their grandparents, with their aunts and uncles. They're dead weight. They're good for nothing. They're worthless. They're lazy. I cannot stand that. I hate it when a man tells me that they stay with their parents, but they're not taking care of them, okay? And they're not disabled. I hate that. I really hate that. And the sad thing is, a lot of women tend to fall for these dudes, okay? That's the sad thing. Women tend to fall for these dudes. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just seems to be that way, okay? These men are no good for society, all right? The only way you can clean up your act is to get the hell out the house. Get out the house. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I know a dude by the name of Dave. He's 61 years old. 61 years old. And he lives with his sister. He lives at his sister's house. He moved from his parents' house after they died to his sister's house. Now, how is that? Why is that? Because he never left his parents' house. He always lived with his parents. And then his parents died, and so he needed to be taken care of, so now his sister takes care of him. Okay? When I say take care of, he can't really hold a job, so he needs somewhere to stay. It's sad. It's sad. He lives with his sister, 61 years old. It's a sad life. But that's how it is when you're a grown-ass man living with your elders, because you do not learn how to properly take care of yourself. Okay? If you stay with your elders, you will never amount to nothing. Okay? It's true. I know of men who have good jobs and still stay with their parents because they say they're trying to save money. That's bull. That's bull. You just want to be comfortable. You don't want to go out there and struggle. Never use your parents as a way to save money, okay? Even if you really want to save money, that's a cowardly way of saving money by staying with your parents. You just get out the house. Stay away, okay? By the time you're like 24, you should be out the house. The latest is 24. I'll give you 25 because it's America. But after 25, you got no business being at home trying to save money. And if things go bad, do not run back to your parents, to your grandparents, to your aunts and uncles. Leave them alone. Let them lead their lives, all right? You have your life to lead like your elders have their life to lead, okay? Just be a grown man, all right? Do manly things like live on your own and struggle on your own. If you gotta struggle, you gotta struggle. That's life. Anyhow, people, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. It's me, Victor Sarung.